Chemistry is the science of using chemicals to do just about anything we want. Making medicine, making fuel, anything really. Now, the experiment we're going to do today is quite a neat one, and you can do it at home. Just make sure you have someone responsible, as hydrogen peroxide, one of the chemicals, is rather dangerous if you splash on your hands or accidentally get it in your mouth. What we're going to do is change the chemical hydrogen peroxide into water. And this is actually quite simple because hydrogen peroxide is H2O2. That is, it's got 2 oxygen atoms and 2 hydrogen atoms. And water is H2O. So all we have to do is get that spare oxygen and remove it. Now, we're going to do this. Okay, be careful. Place a little bit of the peroxide into a beaker. Now, you can get this in most chemists, and the weaker ones can in fact be used to heal cuts. The main problem is oxygen is invisible, so we're going to use a little bit of dish soap so that when it does appear, it'll bubble up quite nicely and we'll be able to see it. And a little bit of food coloring just to make the bubbles look pretty. I'm going to mix this all together. Now, in order to get the molecules to release their spare oxygen, we're going to add our secret ingredient, yeast, in warm water. Yeah, we're just going to pour this in here, and it should start, bubbling up quite fiercely. That smells terrible. Now, this, as you can see, the oxygen is bubbling out quite nicely. And if you want to, or are able, you can actually feel the foam, and it's quite warm. Now, that's because some chemical reactions are what we call exothermic, in that they give off heat. Our reaction is exothermic and thus gives off both oxygen and heat. Cleaning this up is fairly simple. It's just mostly, the bubbles are mostly soapy water. However, they do contain oxygen. And if we were to say, light them, they'd be very, very exothermic. You'd get a lot of heat, a lot of fire, basically a big explosion. Which is why we're not going to do it indoors. And there you go, a fun little experiment to try at home, and hopefully a neat new fact.